I was desperate to shave my hair. I told everybody, I was like, guys, it's gotta go. I want them back.
Do you have it in you to make it epic?
I had the script 2 years prior to starting filming. You know, the vocal quality was a little bit from my grandfather. Some more sort of silly references, like, you know, the way seagulls interact with one another when they're fighting over bread, and there's this sort of obnoxious kind of, you know, attitude. They're quite an annoying animal, and I wanted this to be something abrasive and sort of disruptive about the way he spoke and moved, and his sort of posture and general sort of physicality. And then the hair and the teeth and the prosthetic nose and the wardrobe, all of it continued to inform and build upon this sort of very quirky, complicated individual. And look, it was a constant sort of exploration. You know, we would try things, and George would say, "Oh, it's a bit far. Let's pull it back this way," and we were able to experiment. But to have something that was such a departure from what I'd done before was creatively so satisfying and felt very freeing. You know, I'd played the hero for many years before this, and there's certain, you know, many archetypes and rules and structures that you have to sit within doing that. Whereas the villain is, I feel, a lot freer, you know. And there's also an honesty to the villain, because they're inconsistent and flawed, like all of us. You know, the sort of the superhero, I guess, the appearance of sort of perfection and noble and, you know, does right always, we all know is not quite true, because we as human beings are complicated and contradictory and so on. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
The desert was so magical, and it's also something, as somebody who had never been to Australia before, I feel like the red earth of the outback is such a Mad Max staple, so I didn't really feel like I was part of the universe until I'd kind of been out there and rolled around in it, which actually was something that I did, because my character is very dirty. So there are times when we just needed a little bit more dirt, so I just roll over. But it's absolutely beautiful, the stars that you get to see at night. And I think starting the film there, it felt like the right thing to do, because where we were actually shooting in Broken Hill was some of the original locations from some of the first Mad Max movies, so you could really feel this sense of legacy there. And sunscreen, it's factor 50, always, always. I mean, I do. I have it. Or one of them at least. The crew very kindly, as a gift and to say goodbye, let me have one of her mechanical arms, which is very extraordinary. I was so ready to shave my hair. I was desperate to shave my hair. I told everybody. I was like, guys, it's gotta go. And then George met me and fell in love with it, and was like, don't do it. So I'm still waiting to do that.
Look at the length of your hair. Now, how long did it take to grow that? We shot on this movie where Anya's hair, or the Furiosa's hair, was shaved for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I thought on Furiosa, it was for the whole shoot. Plus, if we had to suddenly shoot something else, then it would have been difficult, because we didn't have the ability to do it. So I'm glad we did that, and the wigs worked well, and we were able to sort of make it work really well with visual effects and so on. So it was the right decision.
Yeah, and actually the mythology of the hair was very important, because at the beginning, George and I would have these really long conversations about why she was keeping this hair, and as a storytelling device, it's important because it shows the passage of time. But we also settled on an explanation that I think Furiosa believes for a long time that she will be able to get back to the green place, still being the girl that she was when she was stolen. And I think her hair is such a representation of the Vulvolini for her that when she does lose it in the film, you as the audience get a very definitive feeling of, there is no going back from this. I am a product of the wasteland now, and I am forever changed.
That's exactly right.